Welcome back, guys. You're still right here on Ekse Cape Town TV. Myself, Mr. Mayor, Kanyisa.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. So, no, that was cut, all done and dusted, but now we've moved along. What's happening right now?
Oh, yeah, in this part of the show, we focus on everything that has to do with the environment. I mean, we need to look after Mother Earth. And in studio today, we have guests that are going to help us understand the importance of making sure that our environment is top-notch.
Oh, without much further ado, man. Firstly, we got, you just introduce yourself as to the viewers back at home.
Sure. My name's Rowan, and I'm with Earthchild Project. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it later.
Yeah, okay. And about these lovely little girls?
Hi, I'm Hannah Lee and I'm from Newlands, Cape Town.
Hi, my name's Emily and I'm from Constantia.
Yeah, great stuff, man. So waste no time. Tell us a little bit more about Earthchild.
Okay, so Earthchild Project is a Cape Town-based NGO, and we focus on holistic education. So what that means is we focus on the whole child.
Yeah.
So instead of just looking at the academic performance, we look at their mind, their soul, their heart, the whole package. And we work in Kailicha in Lavender Hill, and we do yoga, worm farming, organic gardening, hiking, cool stuff with the kids.
Stuff.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And how did you come about choosing the different primary schools that you work with?
So what we do is, it just started about 10 years ago, and 10 years ago we went with the primary schools who would take us. So it was a tough job getting in. But since then, we have the schools coming to us. So we have a lot of criteria. The schools need to agree to join us and join our values. So and gardens, and the teachers who take part, they agree to run living classrooms. So they invite us into their classroom during school hours, and we work directly with the kids doing yoga, growing, farming worms, worming farms.
Yeah, worming farms.
Worming farms and gardening.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And I mean, with regards to, some of the kids that you guys have been working with, of course, some of these kids have never, have been introduced to some of the things that you guys are teaching them or showing them. And have you guys had any challenges, so to speak, or just some of the kids just getting them in the groove of things for the first time?
Well, the kids that we work with are facing some seriously challenging environments. So, they're looking at extreme substance abuse very often. There's violence, especially in Lavender Hill. You guys have been watching the news. You know that there's very often gang violence there. So they're facing challenges, but they come into an environment that is very safe. So we create a space that's safe and nurturing for them, and that's
nice,
probably
man.
the most important thing we can do for them.
And now we're gonna find out about you guys. Just tell us about your experiences with Earthchild. Tell us how's it been for both of you guys. We'll start with you.
It's been great. We've found it really interesting what Earthchild does.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you got to do for the first time?
Well, for our grade 6 year, we had to support an organisation, and we chose Earthchild Project because we were really inspired by what they did.
Okay. And why do you guys think it's important that the other learners as well get exposed to such a program?
We think it's really important because education is really important, and what Earthchild does is so beneficial for our lives. And,
And if you had any friends out there, and maybe they don't even go to the same school as you, would you want them to have this type of experience as well?
Yeah, I definitely think everybody deserves to have this experience and should really get out there and get busy.
Okay,
Beautiful.
nice. So just tell us more about your latest campaign, which is called the Nature and Eco Warrior.
So Nurture and Eco Warrior is, it's basically along the concept that, we've got problems in the environment. Everyone knows that we're facing problems. But these kids that we're working with, we're asking them to care for the environment and to protect it, but they very often haven't experienced it. So growing up in Kailicha, for example, there's not a lot of nature there. So what we do with these kids is we try and connect them. So we connect them to themselves, to the community, and to the environment. We try and cultivate a sense of respect for the environment by doing things like taking them hiking up Table Mountain. It's profound to stand on top of a mountain and look down over Cape Town. It gives you a whole new perspective of what you mean when you say nature and care for nature. And then we try and inspire them to lead their peer groups and to do something similar. So like Emma and Hannah are doing, they're leaders. We're trying to nurture that not only in the supporters but in the kids that we work with to be empowered individuals and to make a difference.
Do you think that it has an impact in terms of the psychological when they are taken out of if you look, for instance, if you go to Kailicha, they're not exposed to that. So if you take them hiking, they say something different. Do you believe that?
It's huge. It's huge. To stand on top of a mountain is highly. It's you see what is your land. So it's highly empowering. We had one guy who was flown out to Durban, and he spent 5 days walking through the bush, sleeping. It was a meditative safari.
Wow.
And he'd never flown before, but to be up in the sky, in the clouds, looking down on the earth below, his mother was in tears saying, like, I see my son is going places now. Which, cool. So it's small things, but big impacts.
All right, and so now I know some of the grade sixes are now currently doing, this fundraising thing that you guys are doing. Just so tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, so we've actually, so Nurture and Eco Warrior is the environmental campaign, but we've got activists who are on board joining us. So we've got someone who's not in the studio with us, Yageshi Moodley up in Joburg, and she's going to be climbing Kilimanjaro and raising 150,000 Rand for 1,000 hikes. And then we've got Emma and Hannah are going to be doing a run cycle. And I think they're doing that on the 5th of June.
Yes.
And they aim to raise 2,000 Rand. But they have raised
10,000 Rand.
Great stuff, guys.
And how's it been? Just how has it been, though, the journey? Trying to raise that money.
It's been easier than we thought it would be.
Yeah?
But we do have to convince people.
Okay.
From you?
But we thought this was a really good idea because we're both quite sporty, and we thought lots of people were going to sponsor us for this because it's really hard as well.
I'm such a big fan of them already.
Yeah.
I'm such a big fan. I'm just going to ask you guys, for the many youngsters out there, why is it important that one takes care of the environment?
Well, it's our future, so we are looking
after.
We have to look after it, And from you?
Just for other people who don't know what to do, like with their spare time, just to go out there and follow our footsteps and just make a difference.
Beautiful. Listen, so just any final words from you for the viewers back at home, just in terms of what you guys are doing, if people want to see, if people want to just check the progress and so forth, anything you'd like to share right now, you can go for it.
I just say to the viewers out there that you can get involved. So Emma and Hannah are point in case, and to get involved you can either donate money, but also you can just get up off the sofa after you've watched Ekse and get out there and do something. So follow in their footsteps. If you want to find out what we're doing, you can go to earthchildproject.org and just follow the link from there. Become an activist, do something.
Beautiful stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming out, eh?
Thank you.
Cool, and thank you. So you guys keep it locked right here to Ekse on Cape Town. So we're going to do the ad break real quick. Again, we still have a jam-packed show, so much more still to come. See you guys after this.